Well, shout out to folks. What's happening, Johnny Long? I'm back again. All right, today we're gonna talk about the jazz bass. I think it's interesting to talk about the jazz bass. Why? I just want to talk about this particular jazz bass and the things that you can get out of a jazz is just amazing. All right, I got that part out of the way. Shout out. All right, so this is a '69 jazz. See it? It's a 1969 jazz. All right, something look a little different than it normally is. All right, it's a '69. It's a real '69 with a lot of war paint. I love war paint. All right, so what we did to this bass in the Hobo Depot is we took a 62 setting, which is a 62 control, and we put a 62 control where the 69 was. All right, still kept the same plate with all the controls on it. So if I had to put it back on this bass, it just fits right back on. All you do is solder the wires together. Now, why did I put a 62 concentric is what they call it, a concentric stacked knobs on a 69 jazz? Well, here's my ear. Is my ear different from yours? Could be. I don't know. I think it is. Why? Because I'm searching for something. A bass player, every bass player searches for something. Is it something new? No. But it's new for him because he's searching, and once he finds it, he pretty much cool with it. We don't know what it is. A lot of times, the bass player don't know what it is. But once we find something that we say, oh, that must be what I was missing. And then we go for it. All right, so let's talk about the jazz bass. Jazz bass came out early 50s, late 50s. And it came out and it's got the smaller body. It's got the more sleek body. The neck is a lot thinner. It came with dots at first, but now it has inlays in it. These are pearl inlays. You can't get those anymore because it's against the law. Came with the ashtrays. I didn't take these off because I wanted the look. Is it in the way? Yeah, kind of. But you can work around it. Some people just play in one spot. With this, I have to. And check this out. The ashtrays. A lot of people are like, what? Why did he put them up there? Well, here's my concept. My concept is, it keeps you from staying in one particular position. All right, so you got to go here, and then if you look for something else, you got to play up here. And as you change your position, your tone changes. So I put them back on because I want to make sure I'm playing my whole bass. Man, I just said something. A lot of people, man, that was great. Because a lot of people, I'm telling you, a lot of people play these basses and they play in a certain one place the whole time. It's like, whether it's on the rear pickup, close to the rear pickup. Some people play right over the front pickup, and some people don't even come. Some people play up here on the fretboard to get that upright sound. Me, I want to train myself. That's the word. I want to train myself to play in every position. Not just right here. Well, everything is right here. Or right here. Or right here. I want to be able to go here, here, here and here, here and here, and then here. That's actually five positions. One here, close to the pickup. One in the middle, or close to the other pickup. And then one right at the pickup on the front. One in the middle of that, and then right on the neck. That's actually like 5 positions. Now, I got 5 positions to deal with on this bass. And I have 2 control knobs. 2 control knobs and 2 tone knobs. All right, so if I can't find any tone that I want on this bass, the way it's set up right now, I'm tone deaf. You get it? Anybody who can't find the tone that they want on this bass right now, the way it's set up, they're tone deaf, and they don't want to admit it. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I just want to hear all highs, and I just want to hear all bottom and highs. Okay, well then basically what happened to the middle? You got 3 positions you can go to, but you only want to hear 2. That make any sense to you? You bought a bass that has 9 positions in it, maybe 20. I'm just throwing it out there. But you only want to hear two positions, then you should get a bass with basically just have a treble and a bass on it. And that's it, you know. Now if I had the three positions on it, my tone now would be treble and bass. All right. Some people, like the jazz basses for a lot of reasons. I love the jazz bass not because it's a jazz bass. Everybody get caught up with that name. I like it because it's a tone monster. It's a tonal. Now I can't say tone monster. It's a tonal monster is what it is. Tonal monster. And it does amazing things at the drop of a hat. When I hear a bass player, now check this out. When I hear a seasoned bass player play an old jazz or an old P, I hear things I don't do with my bass. And it makes me excited because I'm now looking at a bass player, a seasoned bass player that's playing a passive bass, that's giving me passive tones that I know I can get on my active bass if I sit there and work short enough. Let me say that one more time. I can get all those tones on my active bass if I sit there and work short enough. But on my passive bass, I have to actually take a length of time to learn those tones. I have to go find them. And when I find them, when I hit them, they're there. They're not going to go away. They'll sit there for a second. On an active bass, they hit and they go. But on this, they kind of hang around a little bit. So that gives you that pleasure of, I like that note. It stayed a little while, and I could do another note while that note is staying there, and I could do something else a lot more pretty. Boy, you preaching today or something. I don't know what's going on. All right, so here you go. All right, so let's start with everything to the back. Both controls. No, I'll tell you what. Let's go to rear control. Rear control is on, and I'm playing in the back. Okay. Now, my amp is set directly 11 o'clock. All right. It's not 12. It's not D10. It ain't at D10. It's 11 o'clock. All right. Because I wanted that. But my volume is up a little bit. All right. Because it's passive. Now, I got the rear pickup on, and I got it all bass. Okay. Now, let's go with the front pickup and do the same thing. All bass. You hear the tone difference already? Okay. Now, this is where everything gets really, really amazing. So, I take my rear control and I turn it up. All right. Now, my rear controller is turned up and my front controller is turned down. So now I'm back on my rear pickup again. Now I'm gonna slow it down and start watch. I only took one little turn, and I'm in a whole new different place already. All right, I'm gonna take another little turn. I ain't taking big turn, I'm just taking clock turns. All right, watch. Another one. You hear? You hear? You see what I'm talking about? Another one. Yeah, and I'm not being aggressive with my bass. I'm really not. Here's another one. Now that's a lot of tones. Now I'm clicking. I'm actually just clicking it. Here's another one. I gotta do another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. See, I'm doing it like that. I'm not doing I'm doing like that. of tones on my rear pickup. Just my rear, I went through a lot. Just think, now if I dial in my front pickup with my rear pickup and start my front pickup control the same way I did my rear, I should be getting double tones. You know what I'm saying? Like I should be hearing the rear and the front at the same time. But you got to have that ear to hear it because it's in inklets. I said inklets. It's gonna be in inklets. All right. So we got the rear on, we got the front on. Now I have the rear all the way treble. Now I'm going to start dialing in the front inklets. Watch. I'm doing English. Doing English. English.